I run a government, but I also lead people. And the people have spoken. I am grateful to all the members of the National Assembly who voted yesterday affirmatively for the Finance Bill 2024 as amended on the floor of the House to incorporate the views generated through public participation. And following the passage of the bill, the country witnessed widespread expression of dissatisfaction with the bill as passed, regrettably resulting in the loss of life, destruction of property, and desecration of constitutional institutions. On my own behalf, and on behalf of these members and many other Kenyans, I send my condolences to the families of those who lost their loved ones in this very unfortunate manner. Consequently, having reflected on the continuing conversation around the content of the Finance Bill 2024, and listening keenly to the people of Kenya who have said loudly that they want nothing to do with this Finance Bill 2024, I concede, and therefore I will not sign the 2024 Finance Bill, and it shall subsequently be withdrawn, and I have agreed with these members.
Yes, so that was President Ruto speaking after he decided, or he rejected after we, let me put it the right way, after we, the citizens of Kenya, we the youth of Kenya, we the youth of Africa, after we have rejected the so-called 2024 IMF and World Bank bill, financial bill, because this wasn't a Kenyan financial bill. This was IMF and World Bank, America manipulated financial bill when they were trying to force it on our neck to recolonize us. But we, the brave young Africans, young Kenyans, decided we don't want it. And then at the end of the day, the president succumbed to the pressure that was coming from us. We're going to come back to talk about it. Yes, but after he succumbed, before he could succumb to the pressure and then decided to reject the bill as we, the citizens, already rejected it, we have lost more than 20 to 30 of our comrades. Those young heroes, they are our heroes. They give up their lives for the good of all of us. These are our heroes. And then before we get into this particular video, I want all of us as Pan-Africans, I want all of us as children of Kenya, I want all of us black people all over the world, Africans all over the world, I want us to give 1 minute of our time to show respect to those fallen heroes in Kenya, those young men and women who give up their lives for our good. They give up their lives for us to live a better life. So let us show them some respect. I want all of you to join me. Let us give them 1 minute, 1 minute silence to our fallen heroes. Yes, so I thank you very much for coming around. I am your missionary brother, Brother Dobia Anzanse. Please, if you haven't joined our mission, One Africa Mission, we are missionaries. We are on a mission, and our mission is all about the unification of the African continent and the dignity of the African race wherever we found ourselves. Because the reality is that Africa was divided to keep the continent of Africa at the bottom of the human race. And for us as the citizens of Africa, wherever we find ourselves in the world, we will be kept at the bottom of the human race. We'll be disrespected. That was the main purpose of the Berlin Conference. And today we are awakening, and nothing is going to stop us from uniting the continent of Africa. As we said the other day, any leader in Africa today who is not talking about the unification of Africa, we will make sure that we will make you like unpopular to the extent that you will have to leave, vacate the office, the leadership office that we entrusted in your hands, because what we want today is a united of Africa that will give us the dignity, the dignified life that we are looking for. Because with unity, we will gain back our dignity as children of Africa. I thank you very much for coming around. So please join our mission, support our mission. The only way, or the only support we want from you, is to share what we are doing if you appreciate what we are doing, and also to like, pass your comments, and also follow us, subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Facebook, One Africa Mission, the #1 Africa Mission. We are on a mission until we chase Satan out of Africa and unite the continent of Africa, not just for us, but for the good of the next generation of Africans. We have no choice than to handle a better Africa to the next generation of Africans. We cannot, as I keep saying, blame our forefathers for the Africa that we inherit from them. They didn't know better, but today me and you know better. Me and you know that Africans deserve to also travel around the world to enjoy what Mother Nature has given to us. Europeans are enjoying that privilege. Japanese, Asians, they are enjoying the privilege to travel around the world. How come we, the children of Africa, we cannot, for a child of Africa to be able to have the privilege to travel around the world, he has to leave Africa to go to Europe to get European citizenship before he could travel around the world? We also deserve that. And then we must work hard to see a united Africa. That is where we can gain back our dignity as children of Africa. Thank you very much for coming around. So yes, what is happening in Kenya today is a prophecy that was prophesied by capt.Ibrahim Traore. If you can all recall and remember, when the Africa-Russia Summit, President Ibrahim Traore spoke and talked about this generation of Africans, we are sick and tired of crossing the Mediterranean Sea from the desert, perishing in the desert, perishing in the Mediterranean Sea. He said, this generation of Africans said they are sick and tired of doing that. And if our leadership, our African leadership, if they decide not to give us a dignified life, he said, my generation said they are not going to be perishing in the Mediterranean Sea. They're not going to cross through the Sahara Desert. They will come to your palaces. Let us watch that prophecy, come back and analyze it.
To apologize in advance to the elders, which I might offend with what I'm about to say. I've been tasked by my generation to inform you of the following. They are forced to take to the sea to reach Europe, and they die in the ocean. But that from now on they will not go drown to their death. They will come to our palaces instead to demand their daily bread. As for Burkina...
Yes, if you can all remember, that was President Ibrahim Traore speaking in Russia. And before he could speak, he told the leaders that they should pardon him. This thing that he was going to say was going to offend some of them, because his generation have sent him. He's a young man, and then he understands the suffering of the African. He said, my generation have sent me, and what they are saying, I should come and tell you, is that they are sick and tired of perishing in the Mediterranean Sea. They cross the Mediterranean Sea to Europe because it looks like for an African, a young African, to have a life of dignity, he has to cross the Sahara Desert through the Mediterranean Sea to Europe before he could before he could live a life of dignity. Even though Africa has more than it takes to give us the best life on this planet Earth, why are we not getting it? Please, let us watch this short video. It's a very long one, but I want to give you a very short one. How Africans are crossing in the Sahara Desert to Europe. Let us watch the video.
It feels like success is a trap, and sometimes it feels like people don't understand, cause the pressure plenty, and and the expectations high. Even your day ones were supposed to get your back, sometimes they ones they fight. And everybody has an opinion on how you supposed to live your life.
Yes, so this is what President Ibrahim Traore was talking about. Young Africans, energetic Africans, youth, you see them crossing the Sahara Desert. Not all of them will make it to Europe. Out of 100%, maybe only 60% will make it to Europe. Is that not a genocide? How come African leaders don't care about this? How come they are not taking it serious? These are your citizens. Our leaders don't care. Why? Because it is not their children. It is not their family members who are perishing in the Mediterranean Sea. So Captain Ibrahim Traore said, this generation of Africans said, we are not going to do that anymore. Because we know what the continent of Africa got for us. We know the resources that we have. We know that Africa is why do they call Africa the mother continent? Why? Why the mother? The term mother can only fit to the continent of Africa. You cannot say mother Europe. You cannot say mother Asia. You cannot say mother America. You cannot say mother Australia. All the continents, you cannot align mother to it. But Africa is so perfect to say mother Africa. Because we are the cradle of mankind. Mother Nature has given us everything as Africans. And yet, we cannot enjoy it. And Captain Ibrahim Traore said to you the leaders, listen to prophecy. Sometimes when God sends you a prophet, you don't know. Captain Traore is a prophet. He's a leader at the same time a prophet. He said it. My generation said they are sick and tired of crossing the Mediterranean Sea. They are sick and tired of have to leave Africa to go to Europe before they could have a life of dignity. Today, young Africans are saying to be a cleaner, a toilet cleaner in Europe is better than to have a PhD in Africa. And they are right to say that. It is a serious debate as we speak now going on in Ghana, because a Ghanaian in Holland said that his Dutch passport is better than somebody in Ghana or in Africa holding a PhD. And he could not be right, because what the privileges that passport can offer him, nothing of a PhD in Africa will give him the same. So this our generation. We said we are sick and tired of that. And that is exactly what is happening in Kenya today. Because we cannot sit down and allow IMF and World Bank to dictate the future of Kenya for us. We cannot continue to do that. And any leader who tries to compromise the future of our continent, we will not take it. Because your children, what you are denying us as children of Africa or citizens of Africa, your children are enjoying it. When your children are sick, you send them to Europe, to America, to go and have medication. When you yourself, your wives want to give birth, you send them outside of Africa, whilst we are here suffering. We said enough is enough. We are not going to take it anymore. And any leader who decides not to listen to us, we will come to your palaces. As Captain Ibrahim Traore prophesied, we will come to your palaces, demand for our daily bread and demand for our dignity. We will come to your palaces. Because what your children have, we have been calling for a united Africa. Give us one passport, give us one currency, give us one military, so that we can also be powerful enough to travel around the world with our shoulders high. We are saying that give us one passport so that the passport can also have value. So that we can also leave. I can leave Kenya and go to Ghana. I can leave Ghana and go to Madagascar. I can leave Madagascar and go to Seychelles and also enjoy the privileges that Mother Nature has given to us as children of Africa. You people are denying us that, but your children are enjoying that. What a sheer wickedness. You, our leaders, are denying us the right to travel around the world as children of Africa. A European wake up and travel around the world without no stress. American, the same thing. Today, Chinese citizens are traveling around the world with not hustle or no stress. But we, children of Africa, for a child of Africa to have the privileges to travel around the world, he have to first of all leave Africa to go and be a slave in Europe or in America before the Americans or the Europeans will see that he's a good slave. So because of that, they will give him a passport for him to be able to have the privilege to travel around the world. Why can't you people give us the same thing as you are giving diplomatic passports to you and your family? You are giving diplomatic passport to you and your family. So you and your family are enjoying traveling around the world, whilst you keep all of us, you lock all the rest of us as citizens of Africa, you lock us in there. So we don't appreciate what Africa has for us, because we cannot explore the continent of Africa. Today, we said, with this generation of Africans, we say enough is enough. We're not going to take it. And if you deny us our right, we will come to your palaces. And that is exactly what has started in Kenya. And it is not going to stop in Kenya. It is going to take the next 10 years for us to bring that change that we all need. So if you are a leader today in Africa and you want to be popular, then start bringing that change. Start taking decisions for the good of your people. Do not take decisions to favor the IMF, to favor the World Bank, or to favor the Western world. Because if today we know, and then we will come to your palaces to demand for our daily bread and our dignity. I thank you very much for coming around. I am your missionary brother Dobia Anzanse. As children of Africa, we should know that we, this generation of Africans today, we have the chance never before afforded to any generation of Africans to bring the change that we all deserve. Please join our mission, One African Mission. Let me and you fight for a united, better Africa. Not just for us, but for the next generation of Africans. Thank you very much.